My name is Mwai, and thank you for joining me again in this in this particular series where we are defining relationships, the relationships that we find ourselves in. And as we mentioned as we began, that we use the term friendship or friend, saying this is my friend in a very, very loose way. Of course, we know what we mean, but that term is actually deeper sometimes than we think. And we looked at two different relationships that all of us, will definitely have. We looked at constituents, and we also looked at comrades. Now, in this next video, I want us to talk about the next two. That is cousins and confidants. Now, let me begin with cousins. Like I mentioned in the last video, of course, depending on where you read or where you get your information from, a lot of things and a lot of literature out there has been written about relationships, about friendship. Most of them will categorize generally the three that you will have: constituents, comrades, and confidants. But I have added one more for myself, and you will see why. So let's talk about cousins. Cousins. Now, every one of us comes from a family. We all come from a certain relationship. I mean, you were born in a home, you were born in a family. Maybe you have brothers, you have sisters, you also have cousins, you have uncles. You have all kinds of relatives in your life. Now, there are people who are in our lives simply because we are blood. We are related by blood. Not because there's chemistry between us, not because we can trust one another, not because we can rely on them. Sometimes we may not even like them, but the fact that we are blood, there's a blood relation, then we are connected with them. And as such, we find ourselves that we have to communicate with them, we have to engage with them for one thing or the other. We have to meet in family reunions sometimes, maybe because we're taking care of our aging parents or those kind of things. There's all kinds of things that will bring us together, but not because we are friends, not because we are tight, not because we are loyal to one another, but simply because we are cousins. So as I'm using that term, I'm using it also loosely to just suggest that there are those who we relate with simply because we are related by blood. But the most important relationships that you will have, and the very, very key friendships that you'll have, is confidence. Now, one of the things that you will notice is that you can have many constituents. I mean, wherever you go, you will meet constituents. Comrades, of course, may be fewer depending on the cause that you are probably engaged in. Cousins, I mean, innumerable. Some people come from very, very large families. But confidence is the most critical and I think the most important form of relationships that you will form. Confidants are those people, your best friends, those people who you can truly now say, this is my friend. Strictly speaking, when we use that term, friend, because these are people who love you for who you are. You don't have to perform. You don't have to be better. You don't have to be something else. They just accept you. They love you. These are people you can count on. These are people who are loyal to you. These are people who protect you when others probably are attacking you, gossiping about you. These are people who will come to your defense. These are people who, when they hear you're in trouble, they'll be the first ones to pick up the phone and call you. Now, confidence in this lifetime, I think it has been shown and demonstrated that in this lifetime, if you have 5 confidants throughout your life, you are a very blessed person, because confidants are rare. They're in short supply, and at every one given time, you may have just 1 or 2 or 3 to the most. Some of them will come to stay. Some of them will be your confidant maybe for a season, an extended season of time. But when that time comes to an end, they will move on and you will move on to a different thing. Confidants are those ones who pray for you. They will support you. They will cheer you on. They're your cheerleaders. Confidants will just love you for who you are. And I want to encourage you, please don't get your lines crossed. Don't mistake constituents to be confidants. Don't mistake comrades to be confidants. Actually, don't even mistake your cousins to be your confidants. Be very selective on how you relate with people. Define your relationships so that you don't end up sharing your life with somebody who you had no business sharing your life with. You don't end up trusting people you had no business trusting. You don't end up expecting too much from people you had no business expecting too much from. I hope this has been helpful, and even as you move on in the journey of life, Learn to define your relationships. Be selective, be picky, be fussy, be discerning. And may the Lord bless you even as you share this video with others. God bless you.